Hello, and welcome to Terraformers. The Red Planet awaits. It's a Mars Explorer game where you got to build a whole community in Mars and keep everyone happy, basically. Let's start a new game. Yeah, that's fine. So, I'm already played this a fairly large amount, but I quite enjoyed it, so I thought I'd show it off to a few other people. There's loads of different paths to go on this. I've only really explored the main path so far. So the main path is just basically go to the planet and do whatever you want with it. You can just build whatever you want. Whereas these paths here are more demanding things where you've got to do certain tasks to carry on through, like going for profit, going for greenery and gardens and animal life. Not sure what the blue one does. Second Earth and learn how to better take care of our cradle. Okay, interesting. Not so sure on that. And per Astra, Mars is only the beginning, a launch pad towards other worlds, beyond our current grasp. So that's making a spaceport sort of area for Mars and going from there. But let's go straight into the game first. And I'll do a quick playthrough of one whole session. It's only early access so far, this game, but there is lots of other things planned to go ahead. So let's see, we are in New Milioki? I don't know how to say that.
Milioki.
Normally most of these are after real life cities in Earth, so let me just investigate. I'm presuming it may be a Milioki is a state of Republic of Palau located on the central east coast of some island somewhere. Where is that? That's... oh, I've never heard of this place. Palau? Palau? Is that correct? No idea. Anyway, that's sort of like the eastern sort of part. It's sort of just south of Japan kind of thing. It's a little island. So there we go. There's a little bit of knowledge. I never knew anything about that. So most of these cities, like I said, they're named after actual Earth cities kind of things. It's a new version of that basically. So first things first, we've got to choose a leader to lead our space travel around Mars. So let's do that. Let's choose a leader. Look, we have Tariq Fade, and his expertise is security. Tariq grew up in the war-torn Syria and is well aware of fragility of peace. So, following his military career, he became a private secretary contractor concerned with providing protection for civilian populations in war zones. Okay, well, that'd be useful in a Mars developing thing, I presume. Hopefully they don't start another war. In time, he grew tired of violence around him and he decided to join Mars' colonization project as a security expert to help create a new society that can prevent conflicts before they break out. So he's gone peaceful now, is what it's trying to say. So that's fine. Having spent his life at war, Mars finally offers him a chance of peace. There we go, nice. So his skills, I think everyone gets a explorer skill, so you can go and explore each area for one little hit. Use some power to do so, but I think every character gets this skill kind of thing. It's just a set thing so far. Not sure if that will change in the main game once they've actually got through early access. Who knows? But let's see what other skills he has. Select a city. It produces all its resources a second time and generates -5 support per population. So it can be useful if you quickly after want some materials, but you will actually lose friendly support kind of thing from your local population. So it's not good. Not really. It can be useful, can not be. So one of those. But you can negate that effect with a police station because it gives you comfort of living, which helps make your city more people wanting to live there basically. So it helps the happiness rating stay high. And its specialisation for a character, water boost. Increase your water production by 1 for every 3 new water you start producing. So that's useful if you've got an area of water. So far we've got a little bit there and a little bit here. There might be a water source here we can use, but so far I'm thinking we probably don't have the water source requirement we need. Normally they're much bigger symbols like this one here, and this one here is much bigger than the smaller symbol. These are what the actual sizes are, kind of thing, like they should be. But this one I don't think is a water source. I think it's just a plain tile. So I don't think that's going to be any use to us, to him, for this particular time, unfortunately. But he's a useful one otherwise, because getting water's quite a difficult one to find on this game. So it could be useful still. But, let's go for Thomas Foster. He's exploration is his expertise. Let's have a look at his skills. So he's the same, we get to explore. Mine resources. Select a resource deposit. Mine 5 of that resource with a bonus of 1 for large deposits and +2 for gigantic deposits. Okay, that's kind of useful. The skill cost power equal to the distance to the chosen resource deposit. So the further you are from a city, the more it will cost in power. Supply station. Exploration missions by our leader can be undertaken from here. This project cannot be relocated. Okay. Must be built on a planet location. Okay. That's fine. That's quite a useful one in general. I think he's a good starting leader. Silicates. No, I don't even know how to say that. Silicates. Anyway.
Silicates.
Increase your silicates produced by 1 for every new 3 silicates you start producing. So because we've got this silicate here, I think I'm going to go for him, because I just think we'll be able to get much more of this boost out of it. So let's use him for now. So with Thomas, we want to get this area here, so we're going to explore into this territory here. So we got resources, prospect other locations, revealed at deposit, silicates, as well as small hints of water. We can collect the samples recovered while prospecting. Excellent. So we've got a few silicates and some water, so we can see that's been added on the side here. So these are all the items we currently have. So we don't have any of these nitrates, we don't have any science, and we don't have any titanium. So, tritium, sorry, titanium's that one, isn't it? Yeah, titanium's that one. Tritium's that one. So, ideally here I want this deposit, and currently I've only got this city here when it loads. There we go. So I can place my headquarters first. I'll place it right in the middle, because then we can use this building to connect to these other places. Excellent. And I've got a free greenhouse farm and a free habitation module here. So greenhouse farm, it costs 10 water, which I have, which is good. But it gives you +1 food per turn. So let's do that. Let's put that down over here. Excellent. So I need 30 food to be able to create a population thing. So I only need 1 extra to get this. So the next turn I will be doing that. Let's go return to planet view. Okay, so that's our first turn done. Nothing we can do. I've already used. You're going to use 1 skill a turn here. So I've moved that over, not a problem. And we'll wait for this here. Let's just explain this board a little bit easier here. So this is your support board. Basically, when this is at 0, you lose. So you need to make sure this is up all the time. Currently +1, so we're getting +1 support every turn. And this will change turn by turn depending on what circumstances happen and where you go. So we need to keep an eye on this. This is the game changer here. This bar is how complete this level is. So we're not far. We're just starting. But it gives you a little bit of an indication of what you've got and how far through to the. Here's all your stock of all your materials you have here. So we've got food, power, science, water, nitrates, silicates, titanium, and tritium, which is, basically you want to try and get these up as much as possible. Because we place the foods in the food storage place in here, we've got +1 now, so we get that every turn we skip. So that will add up to 30, and we're not getting anything else at the moment. So we need to work on getting +1s on all these to start off with. That's a good target. We have a trade option here, and unfortunately we haven't got a trade route open yet, but when we do, we can trade 1 item for another item. So if you're getting high on one particular storage here, you can use that as a trading tool, and then go down from there. Okay, so that's that side. This side we have all your boosts are listed up here, so what you got from the leaders. This Mars enthusiasm, this represents willingness of people to move to Mars. When a new population is placed, the stored euphemism is converted to support, and then resets to 0. the euphemism increases every turn. The lower it is, the faster it increases. Okay, so that's the more... Basically, depending on what you place, the more likely you can use population to spread and how quickly your buildings will grow as well. All these features here, we've got temperature. So these are all basically about converting the whole planet so it's actually livable kind of thing. So at the moment you've got to consider temperature. In this area, for example, it's fairly cold. It's at -1 at the moment. So our aim is to get this to level 1 to get that to 0 from start off with. And then we can increase this as far as level 3 to heat the whole planet up, basically. Same with oxygen. The more oxygen, the better comfort of living, the more support you get. So we want to increase that as well. This one's got -2 at the moment, so we definitely want to work on making this area Sabino Occidental. We want to make sure this area is eventually going to get lots of oxygen placed through. Usefully here, no, we don't actually. So rain's -2. We want to get that to at least 0 to 1. The best way to do that is to create ocean levels. You can flood certain areas and certain ponds and things to create water in the area, create rainfall, create weather systems, things like that. Then we've got atmosphere, which is like radiation protection. Again, just puts up your comfort of living, helps the support of your people. So they're all pretty useful things. You need to get these up basically, but they're fairly difficult to increase. I think the ocean one's the hardest one at the moment because you've actually got to physically make oceans as such, and whereas these ones are just slowly increase as you go, as this one's a bit harder to get and go up on. So let's go to the next turn and then go from there. Excellent. So every turn you get a research project to choose. So we've already got a greenhouse farm in place, but we could increase it up to another 1 to get an extra food on my target here. But as we have no water, I think I'm going to ignore this one for now. I don't think we're going to be able to get that to that. To be honest, none of these I've got the materials for at the moment, so this one will be useful because I need the power per turn, but it also, if you place it too close to places in your population, people don't like it and then we will lose support. So we've got a +1 on this one, which is nice. But that is a useful one early game. We need the power, and because the power is used to do exploration and do some other tasks and things like that. But we also have a nitrates and silicates factory thing here we could build. So I think that would be useful because that produces science, and science can be used to create like viruses and things and animal life and things like that, so to help get these levels up. So it's probably the most useful one at the moment, so let's go for that one. We've now got enough food for the habitation module, so what I'll do here, I'll put this down, and look, we've got a slowly building area around this point, so you can see some farms here, look, and our headquarters in the middle. It's quite a nice little display. Depending on what you put down in the areas, depends on what the background's changed to. So that's quite a nice little feature. I like that. So we put that down, and that means we can expand our population out to one of these other areas. Because we've only got this one available at the moment, I'm going to go to here and use 4 power for titanium to begin mining silicates. That means every turn I'll get +1 on that, which is useful because I need 5 for this. So now I need to work out how am I going to get nitrates. So nitrates. Here's a nitrate spot here. That's probably a good one to go to. Let's do that. Excellent. 5 nitrates straight away. Excellent. 2 titanium. That's always useful. So very good. That exploration was pretty useful. And the next population boost, I can move over to this one and grab the next mine here. So that needs titanium, which I'm a bit short on at the moment, but I've got this area here and this area here with titanium, so I could definitely use this to expand a bit further and hopefully use this to build the laboratory. So I've used my turnip. I can't get any more of these. Nothing else to trade. So I can't get a trade spot yet. That'll be coming. I think it's in turn 5. I think then you get 1, and you can expand it as you go on and use different things. So let's move on to the next turn. There's not much we can do, so let's move. Excellent. So here's a good one. I need this habitation module, but it's going to take a while to get to this 30 to be an increase, and there might be a better building that might help us expand, because you can use the things like robots that can do the same job, but they can make you. Sometimes your population like robots, some of them don't. So it's a little bit like that kind of thing. You got to keep an eye on it as such. So let's ignore this one for now, because we won't be able to reach it for a while anyway. Tuber farm, 10 nitrates. I haven't got the nitrates, but I do need the food to get one of these things in the next few turns. So that's an interesting one. And we also need the power again. We haven't got anywhere near what we need for this. So I think I'm going to take the tuber farm on this turn. Useful. The science is now built up, so we can actually place this. I'm going to put this out of the way somewhere over here. That'll do. Excellent. So, now where do we go here? So, I need nitrates, don't I? So, we've got nitrates here, nitrates over here, but nothing massive. I could do some more water, because if I get more water, I might get able to get the other farm that uses water. So, I'm going to try this exploration area here to see what we can get from this. +3 water, +2 nitrates. So, it wasn't amazing, but it's still better than I was expecting, if I'm honest. So, at least we're getting +1 science now, +1 food, and +1 silicates. And so then we've got to go try and find areas where we can get these increased as well. So let's have a look. See, so we've got smiley face here as well, which will increase this support, which is always kind of useful as well. I'm going to keep an eye on that, but it's okay at the moment because we're actually in the pluses on that one, so it's not such a worry. I've used my turn. Let's do another skip. Excellent. So we've got the trade route. Excellent. So, with regular traffic between the two planets, we can expect our new colony to burgeon and grow as long as we make the journey worthwhile for Earthborn travellers. Excellent. That's way useful. Let's go. Yeah, so the trade route's open, but let's look at these first. So I've unlocked all the potential buildings. This is one of the speciality buildings you unlock as you level up, kind of thing. So you won't see this the first time you play. But anyway, let's have a look at what options we got here. So, soil factory, adjacent food producing buildings produce +1 food per turn. So that would be useful if I had the nitrates to build it. It's quite a heavy cost. And I still need to build this one, but I could take that and try and find an area to increase the nitrates, because if I put this one down in a certain area, so let's have a look on the map. Let's say I put that one here, down there, and then get this soil factory, I could place that here. Instead of getting 1 per turn, and 1 per turn when this one's placed, I'd actually be getting 4 per turn from that building. So it's quite a useful building there. I might take that for now, so I've got it in stock, but I don't think it's going to help me to explore or expand anywhere. Is there any issue? I've already got the laboratory, and it's a low cost, so I could like potentially get another one fairly quickly. But I need the nitrates for the farm. I think I might go for the modular apartments, because this gives you one population and much more support. So, because it gives you the +3 support, and if you build it next to other buildings, it gives you even more. I think I'm going to put this on. Yeah, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to wait to see if there's another soil factory. Maybe we can take that next turn. So we can mine resources here. So this might be a useful one to use, because I can mine this resource here, and I believe it gets 5 per turn. So mine 5 resources and bonus 1 for larger deposits. So 5 or 6, depending on how big it is. I think that's just a normal deposit as far as I can see. So, not a problem. We could use that, or we could explore to another area. I mean, we've got nitrates in these 2 areas as well, in this area here. But it might be slightly more expensive. Yes, it's 2 power this turn. I can go to 1 power here to get this material. There's nothing really I need there at the moment, so it might not be very useful. I think I'm going to go for this one, because it's always useful to have a bit of water in the background, and it will boost the happiness rate as well. So let's go for that. 30 support, that's pretty worthwhile, to be fair, and it's actually got a crater, which is nice, and they've got water nitrates as well, which they've already added, so excellent. And also, on top of that, there's some supply crates which have been dropped, so we've got some +10 food as well. Lovely. That's going to give us a massive boost to try and be able to get some of these properties built. Excellent. Interesting here is this crater can actually be turned into a city as well. So we want to explore these two areas and then try and look into founding a city. You need 30 food to be able to do it. It's quite expensive, but we can look into that, and that will actually help us expand a bit quicker and a bit faster through. So not much more we can do this turn. I haven't got the materials for it. However, I can trade in items. What I'm going to do, I'm going to sell my... Oh, no, that's the other way. Export. Sell my science, and I'm going to import the nitrates. Excellent. If we do that, we will be getting nitrates each turn, so that will help us go to building this tuber farm. And then that will help us get to getting more food to help us get to the modular apartments. So there we go, we're starting already. Let's go skip a turn. Excellent. So, some interesting things here. We have a university which works like the tuber farm but for science buildings. Anyone that's placed next to buildings, you get extra science from those buildings. So it can be useful, but again, fairly heavy cost on these. So it might be too early to be getting these buildings. Public baths, 14 water, +5 support per turn, which is quite a useful boost to be fair. It's only going up 2 per turn at the moment, so that would help us for early game. Right, we're back in the room. Sorry about that, I had a bit of a fail with the game just crashing me. It's in early access, so that might be why. Tritium to gain power. I do need to work on getting these power things, so I think I'll go for this one for now. Oh, I don't know though, because the public baths are useful and they're quite... Do you know what, I'm going to go for public baths because I think these come up quite often, whereas these don't come up so much. So, even though it's double what I've got, it's going to be useful in a minute. Let's have a look. So, we need water, and we need nitrates, so we might as well go and take these. It's going to cost us 3 power. But 5 water, 2 nitrates, 2 titanium. We'll take that. That's nice. Boost those things up a bit. Excellent. So we just need some tritium, and we've now got some items in. There's some of that down here as well, isn't there? So that's useful. We don't need it as such at the moment. But if I get this next water, I should have enough to build this. And maybe have enough to build the tuber farm as well on the next turn. So let's give it a skip and see if we can get that.